Welcome to the Life with Joey Calvo podcast. I am Joey Calvo. Today I have, before we get to introducing our guests, I have to make this statement. This month, the I've called this podcast Hottober, and I've had a lot of awesome guests on so far this month, from healers to entrepreneurs to cosplayers like we have today and tomorrow. We did have one this past Saturday, but unfortunately, due to violations with YouTube, that podcast got deleted. So hopefully,
Oh, that's bad.
so that person will be back on. Hopefully, sometime next week. We're gonna set that up, and we're gonna do it differently, but should be able to get it on this time. But today I have. We can say we can make October very hot. It is steaming. I will say that. This guest is amazing. She's beautiful.
Thank you.
She is not only a cosplayer, but she is a cosplayer that I grew up loving. Wonder Woman, of course. And um, she also has a story to tell, all of you, to share. And if you have questions for our guest, um,
Yeah, don't come on, don't be shy.
yeah. So just be easy on her. Let's not overwhelm her with it, even though we already have a lot of questions as it is. Um, but her name is Glory Cosplay. And Glory, I thank you first of all for coming on the podcast and sharing your
My
story
pleasure.
and being what I said. And believe me, before we started this podcast, I said so much. I mean, I think I almost set up a hole below me that if I step out of the seat, I might fall. I said so much good stuff. That I might have dug a nice hole for myself for it, but it was worth saying it because um, one thing I do mention that I've mentioned in this podcast before, I was diagnosed with anxiety and depression. So, um, as Glory's going to tell you her story, um, I'm going to give a quick story myself, and then we're going to focus right on to you. I was diagnosed in 2009 with anxiety and depression. I was picked on when I was a kid. I wasn't feeling accepted. I wasn't feeling loved, or I thought I felt loved, but to find out I was lied to in so many ways because the relationships I had, people cheated on me, and I got to a
Oh, I'm
point
sorry.
now. Yeah, thank you. And I got to a point now where if I decided to leave, and I'm not talking about suicide, folks. Suicide's not my thought. What I'm saying leaving is leaving people alone. I was thinking about self isolating and literally just no more Instagram, no more podcasts, no more this, no more that. I mean, yeah,
Yeah, I
traveling
know.
here and there um, was a different thing. I still would have done that. I wouldn't feel happy anymore. So Glory is going to share her story on her life. And I first of all, of course, I'm apologizing for delaying a little bit of it because of mine. But I wanted to get it out because parts of what we're going to talk about today is mental health as well. And like I said, Gloria's going to share her story right now, and I'm going to shut up.
Okay, so yeah, thank you for the introduction. I'm Glory Cosplay. I am a cosplayer. I am Mexican, but I live in Spain. And besides cosplay, I am very committed to raising awareness about mental health, about removing the taboos about mental illnesses, and and to encourage people to look for help if they feel bad, to share some tips, and just in general talk about mental health and use my platforms, my voice. They have me. I've been interviewed here in national media, in some other media, so I'm used to talking about this because it's very, very important.
Okay. Oh, okay. So when did so when did the excuse me, when did the diagnosis actually start in reference to and how?
Well, I was diagnosed first at 21 with depression, and so was I. I was diagnosed with depression for many years. I took antidepressants, and but then I felt, you have the intuition, this gut feeling that it's not that, it's something more. And then we went to I've been through a lot of psychiatrists,
Mm-hmm.
and each one of them diagnosing me with many many illnesses. Some saying I had depression, some saying I had an unstable personality. So, but deep down, I knew it was something more, because my grandfather, he had bipolar disorder. So I started researching about bipolar disorder, and I was so sure, like I saw myself there in the symptoms, in everything that has happened to me. Like I saw it on bipolar depression. And so my husband's uncle, she she recommended us the Bipolar Association in Madrid. And then I had a clinical interview with a psychologist and a psychiatrist, and they said, yes, you are bipolar. So it was never depression nor anxiety. It was bipolar.
Okay. All right. So, um, so the first question we're gonna get. Oh, so, um, explain now. Before I have you explain it, I'm gonna set up a little thing in reference to why it took this long. I have been asking Glory to come on this podcast for a couple months, and when we were about to do it originally, um, she was having a situation, I'll call it. And I mean, if you want to explain it, I mean, you can in reference to it. So that's why it took a little bit for Glory to come on. Um, and I'm truly thankful that she's on today. And but she was, like I said, she had a little, should we call it an episode?
Yes, I've had um, episodes here and there, and some are harder than others. Right now, I'm in recovery from a very strong episode, so I am in recovery right now.
Okay. Yeah, that's why we couldn't do the podcast earlier because of that episode. So I mean, um, and
Yeah, I wasn't ready at all.
yeah, and I understood that. So I mean, like I said, I'm thankful that you did come on today, and presented it and presenting your story. So and that you're involved with the local mental health or the bipolar association in Madrid. Um, Before we started this podcast, I actually explained to her that my last name is actually Spanish, and it was my late father, of course, that was Spanish, but and I was telling her how some of my family had visited Spain, and I had looked into Spain myself before my time went. So there's a thought you might see me one day in Madrid. And I mean, the only reason why I can't speak, I mean, I'm fluent in Spanish, which I didn't say this, but my Spanish is so bad right now. And like I said, being half Spanish and taking 4 years of no 5 5 years of Spanish in school between intermediate school and high school, and still can't pronounce anything after that. Um, and having my godmother, she when I was younger, and I'm sorry I'm taking this off of you a minute. Um, my godmother made an attempt to make me speak Spanish all the time when I was at her house. I could not last 1 minute doing it because like my Spanish just like went. So um so let's go before we go to the questions that were presented and explain about the episode a little bit. What happened. What how does this episode what the episode was like.
Well, an episode could be like there are two sides that are mania and depression. So, or a mixed episode. So you feel like you're going totally insane and nuts, and you start acting really, like really doing really bad decisions, going a little bit nuts. You think at the beginning you first you think you can take on the world, but then it comes to depression and you feel like you want to literally die because you feel so sad. You feel death in life. Like it feels like you're dead already. Like you see everything in a dark bubble. So that will be an episode.
Okay. Um, One of your biggest fans that I mentioned off before we started. Let me present this because he has a message for you.
Okay.
Okay, and the message is, "Hi,
Hel-
Gloria. So glad to see you on the live stream again." Uh,
Hello, Kevin. He's a very good friend of mine. We have a friendship now for like 2 years, I guess, and
mhm.
he's one of my biggest support him.
Yeah.
He's one of my biggest supporters. So I sent a big hug from you.
Uh, and we know he appreciates that. Um, and then we have another one. Now, like I said, my Spanish is bad, so bear with me on this. Guadalupe says, "Hola, soy Guadalupe de México. Lista para escuchar este interesante entrevista." And then
Yeah,
he has,
she's ready to listen to the interview.
Yeah, yeah. So and then he has more. He says, "Soy mama de Gloria y estoy muy orgullosa de sus logos porque la hacen feliz en
Yeah, she's
Berlin."
mama. She's Glory Cosplay's mama.
Ah, oh, this is your mom.
Yeah, this is
Oh,
mommy.
mommy's
She's
watching.
always rooting for her daughter.
Well, who couldn't? Who could? Believe me, mom. I said a lot to her before we started. She'll tell you later. All right. Honestly, I had to go there with that. Sorry, but I mean, we're having a grand time so far, and I'm enjoying this conversation. And so, one of the questions that both Kevin and
Hmm.
now I'm going to introduce you to someone I introduced you to.
Yeah.
She is this podcast's number one fan, number one supporter. She's been a support to me for over a year. She
Oh, that's
has,
nice.
yeah, she has been, how can I say this? She is a real life superheroine, first of all. Second, she has been helping me fight my demons, quote unquote, believing in me and everything possible and being there with me. And so, like I said, she has questions for you, and this is American Fox.
American Fox. Of
Yes,
course, I know
yes,
her from
yes.
Instagram.
Yep, yep. And I introduced Glory. Sorry, I introduced Glory to American Fox, um, and eventually,
Hello.
yeah. Well, she can't hear you. That's just a picture of her, but she gets it. But she will.
Oh,
But she does get the podcast video afterwards, so she will see it.
all
So
right.
she knows you said hi. So um, so we're gonna get to the
Yeah.
questions.
Hi.
Yep.
Yeah.
So all right. So here's the first question, and it goes to
Mhm.
what we're gonna go to now. We both love Wonder Woman. So question number one is, how did she decide to be Wonder Woman?
Well, it's more like I didn't decide to be Wonder Woman. It just happened
Okay.
because I was in a very dark period of my life. I was off from my work. Like I was on a leave because of depression.
Mm-hmm.
And so I remember I started building this very basic Wonder Woman cosplay because when I saw the movie, I was like just so overwhelmed when I saw this woman who was so strong, so brave, but at the same time, she was so compassionate, so loving,
Mm-hmm.
and so it resonated with me so much. It resonated that much that I have her logo tattooed.
Wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. Let me pull her off for a minute so you can show it. There we go. Uh, you might have to raise it a little bit back. No, you may have to move your arm back because we can't
Oh
see it.
yes,
Yeah, yeah. Because there we go. Okay, we can see it. Yeah, we can see it a little bit better. All right. So definitely. Um, well, just to let you know as well, American Fox is also on Amazon, like Wonder Woman. Just to let based,
sister Amazons.
yeah, yeah. She is a fellow Amazon as well. It's just the costume looks different. So if I actually move the whole picture back, which you've seen already, of what she actually fully is, she actually looks like the 2011 TV show version that they attempted with Adrian Palicki, costume wise.
Yeah, it was canceled, right?
Yeah. It was canceled before it started. Yeah. So,
Yeah, with the
um,
pants.
yeah, yeah. So that's what her uniform is kind of like. So her second question,
It's
we
really
kind of
nice. It's so original.
yeah, oh yeah, yes, she truly is. Uh, so the second question, we kind of touched on it, is how did you get involved with in mental health?
Well, after being diagnosed, uh, and talking, well, first of all, going into the cosplay community, uh, I noticed that a lot of people had mental disorders, and so that's just when the spirit of Wonder Woman came in me and said, use your voice to raise awareness.
Mm-hmm.
And I've been dedicated to it because I have been being interviewed in national media. I
Mm-hmm.
have been invited to talk into Madrid assembly. I don't
Mm-hmm.
know how to say exactly asamblea,
Mm-hmm.
in like in the kind of the government, right?
Okay.
So so that's what how I got involved in mental health because no there was a lot of people talking about it, but no one saying this is my story and I'm gonna share it, even though
Mm-hmm.
I am afraid. But that is what we need. That is what we need to break the taboo and to not be ashamed of it anymore because hundreds and hundreds of people suffer every day from mental disorders and they
Mm-hmm.
are so misunderstood by their families and friends.
Yeah. Okay. So the next question
Hmm.
from American Fox is, who is her favorite superheroes besides Wonder Woman?
Well, my favorite superhero, well, she's not a more like a superhero, is like a hentai hero. It's Catwoman. I
It's
love
Cat.
her.
Okay. Um,
Catwoman
and
because she's the other side. She's like the Wonder Woman is the side A
mhm,
and Catwoman is the side B because she
mhm,
sees the things so different from Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman is so all about social justice and all about bringing peace and being a person with a lot of dignity. And
mhm.
but Catwoman, she's a burglar, but she understands that things are not black or white; they are shades of gray.
Okay. All right. All right. Just to FYI, in reference to Wonder Woman, and before I go to the last question from American Fox, we are both, like I said, we're both fans of Wonder Woman. We are more of the Linda Carter original series Wonder Woman than the Gal Gadot, even though Gal Gadot in the movie did a great job of portraying her, but there was some things in reference to. I kind of try to compare it to the original series, um, where I wished what would have happened with the series was brought into the film. I wasn't happy on how that happened, but at the same time, it was a different version, and then there's going to be another version of Wonder Woman without Gal Gadot. There's so many people they're deciding to bring in as Wonder Woman for the James Gunn version of it when it does hit. Um,
I
but
am a little bit afraid about James Gunn decision from next Wonder Woman because I
yeah,
think Zack Snyder really did a super nice job casting Gal Gadot. I think she was born to
mhm,
be
yeah.
Wonder Woman.
Oh, I agree. I agree. The only, like I said, the only thing I compare with that in reference to the movie and the original series, like I said, is when she became Wonder Woman. Like in the first movie in 2017, yeah, she was in a war scene and had her costume under her jacket. But in the Wonder Woman 1984, she kind of like jumped out of a truck and literally had the Wonder Woman outfit on right there and then. And I'm like, where's the actual transformation?
Yeah,
And,
Wonder
and,
Woman 84, it's a very controversial movie, but
and,
actually, this movie has a lot of references to to Linda Carter's show, like
right.
the boomerang tiara.
Yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. I remember that in the mall. I remember that beginning. And I remember even at the end, Linda Carter actually appeared in um
Yes, it was a
at the
really
the
interesting
end credits
cameo.
as Hysteria, yeah. So if Patty Jenkins did three like she was doing, she was going to bring Linda Carter back into the movie for the Wonder Woman 3, and it really explained Hysteria a little bit more.
Yes,
So that
Patty
yeah,
Jenkins was really doing such an amazing job.
yeah, I agree. I agree. She did a great job with the Wonder Woman movies. Like I said, I wish there could have been a little bit more in reference to the transformation point part of it. I mean, but that's my only criticism. Gal Gadot did a great job being Diana Prince and Wonder Woman. We both know another besides. We both know another cosplayer um, from Colombia, Linda Carter cosplayer. She
Oh, she's amazing.
yeah, she is,
She really
and
resembles her.
she really brings out the series when she does the videos on Saturdays. So
Yes,
definitely,
she put so much effort on
yeah,
her videos. I
yeah,
admire her work so much.
yeah. I'm trying to get her. We've been working on. I've been asking her to come on the podcast herself, but the only problem I've been have that we the only issue we have right now is her English
Yeah.
isn't isn't the greatest. So um, I mean, she could write and speak it, write and type it and stuff, but in reference to speaking it, it's you know fluent. So we are working on it. Hopefully, one day she will be on somehow. Um, but she like
Let's
we
just
both
hope so.
yeah, yeah. But we both follow her and we both enjoy what she does. American Fox is, is another one like I said I introduced you to a real life superheroine. She like I said she is this podcast's number one supporter, number one fan, and truly a real superheroine to me. Um,
And it feels so good to have people who support you, for root for you, even if it's not a lot of people, but just some a couple friends, just like some people who support you, they really, really make the difference, even if they're not thousands of fans.
yeah, well, like I said, in reference to American Fox, she truly is, and she wants to
And
get to
I'm
know
so
you.
flattered.
Yeah, she wants to get to know you better as well, and so the last question she had
Yes?
is, and this is going to mix with Kevin's second question
All
that he
right.
had is this: what would she like to be doing within five? Kevin said 10, so 5 to 10 years.
Oh my God. This is a very hard one
Okay.
because with this, when you have mental illnesses, sometimes your world can go upside down and
Mhm.
you realize that sometimes you cannot plan or you plan something and
Mhm.
then life says, "Oh, you think you're doing that? I have other plans for you." But I think that at least I have the hope that in 5 years I see myself recovered,
Mhm.
with a job,
Okay.
and of course still cosplaying.
We're gonna get to that in a moment because there's more, because Kevin has. Now we're gonna get to Kevin's questions. So I'm gonna.
All right.
So before we get to Kevin's questions, um, you can check out American Fox on X, formerly Twitter, at American Fox 4, and on Instagram at American Fox 12018. She loves chat with real people. So if you do go on her X or on the Instagram, please reply because she loves to hear it, and she would love to chat superheroes with you. Okay. Um,
Yeah, here
and,
we love superheroes.
yes, and like I
I
said,
can
and if
say actually that superheroes have in some way shaped my life, my values, uh, who I am. Actually, I think that whenever I am afraid, like kind of afraid of what would people say about me if they find out I have bipolar disorder, but that's when the strength and the courage of Wonder Woman comes into play. So I think that superheroes or our favorite characters can really make a great and positive influence on us.
okay, and hopefully, American Fox will, as she gets to know you as well, will see that as well, and hopefully a bond
Yeah.
will build. And before I get to Kevin's question, I actually do have one that
Okay.
would be interesting. And we're going to go back to Linda Carter cosplayer in a way, like I
All
mentioned.
right.
Have you ever thought about doing like a video like Linda Carter cosplay and like doing like some of those like
Yes, I would love to do that. I have played like in my mind, how could I do that? But having a mental condition makes you tired
mm-hmm,
all the time.
mm-hmm.
It's kind of complicated, but I wish that one day I could.
Okay. I the reason why I asked that is because that was one thing that American Fox and I had talked about some time ago, and I we, you know, being it we're here in the states, we'd have to, and if we wanted to do something, we would be we could be happy to do one with you and try to work it around the way work it around your health and everything, so that way we can make that dream come true.
Yeah, I hope I can make a dream come true. I have a lot of projects of cosplay on my mind, but
Mm-hmm.
right now I need to focus on recovery
Okay.
because like I said,
Mm-hmm.
you have a lot of plans and then life turns your life upside down
Okay. Well,
and you have to adapt.
yeah. Of course. Well, like I said, if we decide to, if we make that happen, we will definitely, like I said, let you know, and we'll work it out your way, to accommodate you, and be able to be able to manage the episodes if an episode comes up during that time. Where if we have to take a long break in between doing it. I mean, there's some like some movies like like the movie Rust. I'm going to use Alec Baldwin because during the filming of that movie, somebody got killed on the set. So it took
Which one?
about three. It's called Rust. It hasn't come out. I don't know if it actually came out yet, but it's got Alec Baldwin. And while he was filming a scene, um, he was supposed to fire a prop gun, but it was supposed to be a fake bullet, but it wound up being a real bullet, and it killed somebody behind the scenes. Um, so um, they had to stop filming the movie, and a lot went through during that time in reference to it. But I believe they finished the movie, and I think the movie was supposed to come out. I don't know when though, but they did
I don't
finish the
know.
movie. Yeah. So let me get to Kevin's question because we're gonna go back to mental
Okay.
health for a minute. So
All right.
first, first question for Kevin is: how has Gloria's mental health journey affected the way she approached cosplay building and cosplaying in general?
Well, has affected me in many ways because at the beginning I was building a lot of stuff and I didn't know I was in a mania state. But then I learned to say things more calm, like take it easy. And the meds, the meds I take make me drowsy and make me a little bit sleepy. So right now, instead of trying to focus on big projects, like on big armors or suits, I try to choose what I call comfort cosplays that I buy and I do some modifications or I just buy. Like I don't feel bad about buying cosplays. So that way, that is the way that mental health has affected the way I will cosplay. And now I am more focused on raising awareness for mental health than actually building a cosplay. And every time I finish a cosplay that I think, oh my God, I can't do this. I can't do this. It's too difficult for me. I don't have the skills for this. But then I try and I outdown myself. And that's when I say, I am capable of.
Okay. All right. So I just had a thought as we're as you were explaining in reference to Kevin's question, and this could be. I mean, I mean, you're on Instagram, so you've done video, you've done reels and stories um, in reference to mental health.
Yes, I have highlights, like
Mm-hmm.
history story highlights about from mental health. Actually, before I used to give a talk.
Mm-hmm.
It was named The Power of Cosplay. And
Okay.
in that talk, it was very inspiring because I was I talked not only about the technical side of
Mm-hmm.
cosplaying and crafting. It was more focused on the human, societal, and mental health related with cosplay. And it was a very, very nice talk. People really liked it.
Well, let's look at it this way. How would you
What? Sorry?
feel? No, no,
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying no. I'm saying how would you feel about doing a podcast about what you just said? The power of cosplay. Make it into a
Yeah,
podcast like this.
it could be interesting. There's a lot of possibilities, but I have to first uh sit them like sit with it
Mm-hmm.
and yes, I have a lot of ideas. In
Yeah.
I think I remember on 2020 during the pandemic, I opened a YouTube channel
Mm-hmm.
so to talk about um, comics in general, movies,
Mm-hmm.
but I lacked the consistency, because you need
Okay.
consistency. So
Well,
yes, it would be very cool, but I would really need to sit and think about it. What
okay.
I would like to more to continue giving the power of cosplay talk. And one of my biggest goals is
Mm-hmm.
to go to a TED talk.
Ah, there you go. Okay. Um.
That would be amazing. That would be a dream.
Okay. Well, in reference to the podcast part, if you ever need help and decide to go with it, you can reach out to me. I'll be happy to help you. I'll be even happy to even um kind of like be a moderator kind of thing. Like
Thank you
kind of
so
like
much.
what we're doing right now and just letting you're the host. I'm just the person that just, links everything together. Um and I would be happy to help you with that if you decide to go on. Even with the when we talked about doing a Wonder Woman video, I would be happy to help you with that as well. Um, so I mean, whatever support that I could help you with, and I'm saying this on the podcast now, and I know that in reference to Wonder Woman, I know American Fox would agree with me with this. If you
Thank you
just
so much.
yeah,
I would really appreciate it.
if you both if you both if you decided to want to do a Wonder Woman American Fox collaboration and you feel comfortable you know doing it, we would figure we would of course it I believe American Fox would be happy for it. I know I would, because we get to see you in person, one, and two, you actually get to fulfill a dream that you wanted to do. um and we would make it, you know, um,
Yeah, I would love to do collaborations. Just
okay,
right now, I need to focus on being stable,
right,
like to complete recovery.
right. No, no, I understand. I'm not trying to rush you. I don't want you to feel like I'm rushing you about it or pushing it. I'm just
No,
saying,
no, okay, I understand it. I see.
yeah, yeah. When you like I said, when you feel ready and you're interested in and you want to do it, that's why I'm saying, let me know. And as when, like I said, American Fox gets these podcasts, um, you know, I believe she'll be happy to hear that, because it's something that she would love to do. I'm hoping she still
Yeah,
agrees with me
that
at that
sounds
point
great.
on it. Yeah, and plus, like I said, we would help fulfill your dream, your wishes, and and make it comfortable, to work within your condition and everything. So, because um, Kevin,
What it is about Wonder Woman that you identify with? that made you want to become her? I'm a big Glory Cosplay
Yeah.
fan. Thank you, Kevin. Thank you so
Yeah.
much. I
All right.
send you a big hug.
Yeah.
What it's about Wonder Woman? It's a lot of things,
Hmm.
but the thing that I think I identify most with Wonder Woman is her warrior spirit. She won't surrender. If life comes with a war,
Hmm.
you go to the war. You don't go back. You hold your ground and you go into it bravely because warriors, they don't surrender. So
Hmm. Correct.
when life comes and slam you in the face, and you can fall one, two, three, whatever times, but you need to stand up and keep on fighting. You need to fight the good fight. So right now in my recovery, I try to I don't know, I try to channel all her warrior force, all her perseverance, all her resilience, that she is not afraid. She needs to keep going. And
Mhm.
that's the part that affects me more, or that's the thing that I channel more about Wonder Woman, her
Mhm.
warrior spirit,
Okay.
and also that serves the social justice part of
Hmm.
not being afraid to talk about things that people are afraid to talk.
Okay. All right. So Kevin's next question is: do you have any specific future goals for cosplay?
Well, I would like some. I will really like doing poison ivy.
Oh.
I would like That's a good one. I would like to do the meta armor,
Hmm.
and I would like to do some maybe other princesses from Disney. But right now I have those two. Those two.
Yeah, the Wonder Woman and Catwoman. Oh, in reference to the future reference. Well, we could a moment. You know how a moment ago we talked about that little collaborative. It don't have to be Wonder Woman. It could be, if you wanted to do Poison Ivy or Catwoman, you know, it could be any of those cosplays that you want to do. It would be your choice on that. You know, um, but like it's like I said, American Fox and I are both into Wonder Woman. So I think she would be happier with Wonder Woman. But I mean, it doesn't hurt to look at the other cosplays that you want to do, like Catwoman, or going towards Poison
No,
Ivy, or
Catwoman. Catwoman. I already have it.
okay, okay. Well, if you want to do a Catwoman, even and do that kind of a as American Fox's villain of the day, or something like that. I mean, like I said, at least it would be something interesting. I think it would be good. I think it would be a lot of fun. Plus, we figure something to do with that. Besides like bringing it up on YouTube, or post it on YouTube, or or doing or selling it and donating some of the proceeds to charity, to mental health charities, stuff like that.
Yeah,
So I mean,
that's
so,
now that you mention it,
yeah,
charity.
yeah.
I volunteer
Mm-hmm.
in two organizations, into ONG, into charity foundations that are Fanvención and
Mm-hmm.
Second Star Spain. For reasons of health, I haven't I haven't gone to charity events in a while, but
Right.
that's something I did a lot.
Okay.
We went to the hospital to children hospitals to
Okay.
cheer them up.
Okay. Okay. Well, like I said, we can. Like I said, if we whenever you feel comfortable and would be interested in doing that, I mean that's something we can work out. You know, in reference to it. You know, um, so we're coming up to an hour. So, I mean, the last question that Kevin had, we kind of mentioned earlier in reference to the, but
Do
he
you
kind of,
share
I think,
those?
go ahead.
Yes, definitely yes.
Yeah.
Like maybe more mature cosplays, but yes, of course, in 10 years, I think I will still be creating cosplay.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. Well, like I said, we had brought that up with American Fox too, because she said, what do you look at? What are you looking at it in 5 years? We got some late ones. Um, this is another fan, Dave Richardson. He says, "Hey,
Hey
Glory."
Ray, hey
Okay.
Dave, how are you?
Okay. And his question for you is, how's the mental health job going?
It's I try to I try to do it good, and there it goes.
Okay. And he also made another statement of, you have done a wonderful job over the last few years. So he
Thank you
wants to
so
applaud
much.
you for that.
I Thanks so much. I I've been a small cosplayer. I mean, I'm not a super famous or big cosplayer influencer, but I I put all my effort on my heart and my soul on my cosplays, and compliments like that make you feel really really good and that it's worth it. So thank you so much.
You had mentioned that you grew up in Mexico. And, um, oh, wait a minute. Dave just came up with another statement for you. He said, reach for the stars.
Thank you so much. I will.
Uh, and now I have to go back because your mom also said something. This was about a couple minutes ago. It says, te ves en el futuro haciendo cosplay.
Yes, sí, me veo en el futuro haciendo cosplay. In
Okay.
Spanish.
Okay. No, that's understandable. Um, Speaking of Mexico, and I mentioned American Fox. Um, have you ever heard? She's mentioned it me in our chats of this superheroine Azteca.
The Aztec civilization.
Okay.
It was
Okay.
it was an empire actually,
Oh,
and
okay.
you still have the archaeological site. It's amazing. It's breathtaking.
Okay. So I guess the superhero Azteca is based off the Aztec ruins and so on.
Actually, I have thought about making like a kind of Wonder Woman mashup Aztec cosplay,
Okay.
or
Okay.
or a warrior, or an original character Aztec warrior cosplay.
Oh, okay.
Because
Because
I tend to choose. I've seen that I have a pattern that I have to choose women with very strong personalities, not women that are princess and sweet. I play to Disney princesses,
mm-hmm.
Pocahontas and Diana, but
Okay.
if you see, they are really strong-willed. They are not waiting to be saved for someone. They
Oh,
they took the matters on their own hands.
okay. We just got another person that just came on, and it's from Kyle Navarro
Um,
Studio. He says, "Hi, Gloria. Hi, Gloria is my best friend."
Hi,
Um,
Kyle. You are my best friend too, and I love you so.
okay. So,
You know, this guy, Kyle
Yeah.
Navarro. He's a super fan of Superman.
Oh,
You could interview him, maybe.
okay. Um. Oh, Dave said Pocahontas in the forest. Love it.
Yeah, I have some videos and photos of Pocahontas in the real forest.
Okay. So yeah, I mean, like I said, I would be happy to help you in any way I can in reference to these because, you know, it would be great. Um, yes, Kyle, we got that. He explained it to me that Superman's your character. Um, Matter of fact, she suggested for you to come on this podcast as well and chat about your cosplay career as Superman and actually this is sounding interesting, and we're coming up to the hour. So I mean, I don't want to. I don't know if she. Would you be okay if we go over the hour?
I'm a little bit tired. I'm really,
Okay.
really sorry,
Okay. Oh,
but
no problem. No problem.
I'm super tired because of the merch.
Okay.
I would love it.
Okay. Well, no, I was thinking about like I'm going to say it quickly, and then I'm going to have you promote yourself. Um, in reference to your friend Kyle,
Hmm.
you, and American Fox doing one video.
But how could that be done?
Oh, I mean, we would work something out. I mean, it's just a thought in my mind as we're going through this. It's just
Well, I
thoughts.
don't know because right now Kyle, I know he's very busy,
Okay.
and but I don't know. Everything can be.
Yeah, yeah.
Everything
Like
can happen.
it's just ideas. So, Glory, how can people reach out to you?
Sorry,
How can I reach out to you?
how can I reach out to you? I don't
Yeah.
understand. Sorry.
How can people reach out to you in reference to
Oh,
Instagram? That's what I meant to
on
say. Sorry.
Instagram, in Instagram mostly, and in events.
Okay. Dave closes out by saying, I do the moderating on a podcast called Criminal Connection Podcast, worth a watch. Dave got his
Gonna
plug
check
in.
it definitely that out.
Yeah. Dave, you got a free plug. Congratulations. uh, Heck, if you want to come on this podcast and promote it, let Glory know, and Glory will let you know how to reach out to me on it.
Yeah,
Glory.
feel free to reach me through Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, I'm not going to. Right now, I'm not going to events
Right.
until I am totally unstable.
Okay.
But on Instagram, it's all right.
Okay. All right. Kyle said his speaking English is so bad. Okay.
Don't
Understandable.
worry.
We'll,
At
we'll,
least
we'll,
you're making the effort.
yeah.
Al menos estás haciendo el esfuerzo.
We will figure something out, Kyle. We will figure something out if that happened. Okay. And then Dave said, "Yay." Glory, thank you so much for coming on this podcast. Thank you
Thank
so
you
much for
so
the
much.
inspiration
And
that
I
you.
have a surprise for you. He says,
Oh, oh, oh,
"Hi."
oh, Pancho's back.
The Wonder Woman dog.
Yeah, the Wonder Pup. That's who it is.
Yeah,
It's
like,
Wonder Pup Pancho. And Dave said you're only young. Go out and party.
yeah, I wish.
Yeah.
I'm going to go to party again. I promise.
Okay. So Gloria, again, thank you so much for inspiring people um, that do that that do suffer with mental health. Thank you for being the inspiration
Thanks
of.
to you for inviting me.
You're welcome, and you're welcome to come on this podcast anytime. Like I said, you can reach out to me in reference to the other things we talked about. I definitely know that. And Dave said, "Well done, all brilliant." So thank you so much, and thank
Thank
you everyone
you.
for watching the Life with Joey Callow YouTube channel live
Yes,
stream.
thank you.
God bless
Thank
you
you very
all.
much for all the people and their questions and the ones that showed up. But thank you very much. And
All
thank
right.
you, Joey, for having me.
You're welcome. Thank you all. God bless you all.